You have to be an architect for your life. You got to create the life, design the life that you desire. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm attempting to film this impromptu video. I'm here in Cap Cana and it's all of a sudden getting windy and I don't understand why. So I wanted to just make a video because people have asked the question. I've seen the question come up repeatedly. Why the Dominican Republic? Why did you leave? What were the reasons that made you decide to leave, and why there and not Jamaica, where you're from? Jamaica's and also a Caribbean island. Why not there? But let me address overall why. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Francine, aka Miss Fancy. And here on this channel, I talk about travel and living abroad. I'm currently living in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. I'm currently on a beach. It's now Monday afternoon. One of the reasons why I think this move was a good idea, living in Canada, this is not even a possibility. Being on a beach on a Monday afternoon, surrounded by palm trees, coconut trees, and this beautiful ocean behind me. I do not take this for granted. Let's take it back to during COVID. COVID, it was an unprecedented time for the entire world. Everyone was going through it. It was hard. In March of 2020, I was laid off from my job. So I was out of a job for about a month, and then my employer called a few of us back, and we were able to resume working, and things really changed. I was just going through a lot mentally, healing from a breakup, just doing some real deep delve soul searching. It was in that moment during COVID that I really found a new relationship with God. I had taken a section of my walk-in closet and made a prayer closet. And that was actually one of the first times I had really an intimate, I felt a relationship with God that I never felt before. That was my safe space. That was the space that I would go in. I would talk to the Lord about what's on my heart. My daughter and I will have counsel sessions in there with each other. We'll sit and talk. And it was just really a safe space. And it was during that time that I decided that I wanted to create a vision board. I always heard people talk about vision boards, and I was like, what's a vision board? It's just a piece of paper and whatever. Nothing's gonna happen. I've learned that vision board is far more than just cutting out paper or doing it digitally. When it comes to faith, we have to put things into the universe. We have to speak those things that are not as if they were so. And I decided to create this vision board, and I got some photos on Canva, and I created things around my life, whether it was relational, financial, spiritual, mental, physical, all of that. And I really and truly just owned in on what it is that I intentionally wanted. And I remember putting on the board a beautiful villa that I saw online. I said, this is what I want. I want a house in the Caribbean. Now, I don't own a house in the Caribbean, okay? Not yet. But that's what I placed on there. And during that time, I really felt that enough was enough for me in Canada. I wanted more out of life. I wanted a life that was free from just feeling like I was tied down to this 9-to-5, tied down to just a life that just had a dead end. I felt like, honestly speaking, I felt like life in Canada was a dead end for me. I woke up, I went to work, I finished work, I either decided to go work out or make dinner, watch TV, whatever. It was really just this perpetual cycle of just nothingness. And yes, we need to work, and yes, we need to make money, but I really feel like there's more to life than that. And I started really analyzing my life and saying, God, in a few years, this is what I would love to do. I remember having conversations with my friends and saying, I am just tired. I'm ready to go. This can't be it. I'm tired of this country. Cost of living is so high. You can't even afford to buy a detached house. You have to buy a matches box stacked condo townhouse where They literally stack units on top of each other and beside each other. I'm talking either you live on the bottom, someone lives above you, and then someone lives above them. And I'm paying $550,000 to start for a property like that? Are you crazy? That didn't make sense to me. And I'm like, how is this a life? How can it be that you're working and can't afford basic things? The food prices are exorbitant. You can't even buy fruits because is it even real anyway? You can't afford to buy healthy things because they're expensive. And going out wasn't even favorable. It didn't excite me anymore. I remember once upon a time I wanted to go to every fashion event. Elle magazine would host events and I was there all the time. Obviously they had canceled it during COVID, but prior to that I was a socialite. I wanted to be everywhere, go everywhere, do everything. I was craving and I desired a life that afforded me location and time freedom. And not to say that life is honky-dory here and it's a bed of roses, because I'm still human and I still have to deal with life. I still have to deal with reality at the end of the day. But is it better than what I used to have? Absolutely. In a nutshell, all in all, I wanted to just escape the hard life. Living in Canada is hard. It is not easy. It's hard. It's stressful. People work and they cannot live. They live to work. They don't work to live. They work so that they could pay bills, put a roof over their head, put food on their table, and repeat the cycle. They don't enjoy life. And there was no enjoyment back in Toronto. I don't care if it was summer, winter, fall, or spring. It wasn't fun anymore for me. It just wasn't. I was at a place in my life where I needed something different in life. I needed better. My mental health was deteriorating. I just needed better. April of 2024, I had resigned from my job because, not to get into too much about this job, but it was time to go because I felt like I was being overlooked. I felt like I was mistreated. I felt like I wasn't appreciated as an employee. I felt that I was giving more than I was receiving. I didn't feel like my efforts were taken into consideration, and I don't feel like I was rewarded fairly for my efforts and my hard work and my tenure. It took a toll on my mental health. I had to take time off work and really clear my head. I was just going through a lot. And I decided that it was time to go. I even had complained about what was happening to my human resources department. They didn't take it seriously. And I just was like, I don't see that anyone is on my side here. I'm in this by myself. So I'm just going to have to figure it out. I did a lot of praying. I did fasting. And the Lord spoke to me. Enough is enough. My mental health is more important than any money could afford me. My mental health is number one priority, and that was taking a toll, and I said enough was enough. I say this to say, people want to know why here, Dominican Republic, it's besides the fact that the weather is so beautiful. Let me just turn this around. Let me just turn it around so you can see. This is the beach. This is the beach. And although it's windy, it just got windy, but this is the beach. I'm in Cap Cana. If you know, you know. Cap Cana is just beautiful. This is the beach. And I am here on the beach on a Monday evening, just enjoying the beautiful weather. Besides that, the cost of living is far lower than if I was in Canada. I was living in an apartment in Oakville, 800 square feet home, condo. I was paying $3,200 for rent. On top of that, groceries was like costing me at least $500-$600 a month. On top of that, I had to pay for car insurance. On top of that, I had to pay for tenant insurance. On top of that, I had to pay for other things, gas, all of that. Here, my rent is far cheaper than that. And honestly, I can get cheaper than what I'm paying now, which that is the thing I'm planning to do. So it's just a better life. And I came here and I started working out. I started walking often. I lost a lot of weight. I don't know how much weight I lost because I don't go on the scale. I didn't go on the scale. I don't care to go on the scale, but I know how I look and I know how I feel, and people have also seen it too. So hey, it's working. But at the end of the day, the quality of life is just far better, and I just feel happier. I wake up in a good mood, and even though I may have woken up this morning and just felt melancholy, as I said, I can just escape and come to the beach, and here I am again. You know, now I feel brand new. If you are contemplating, and I know everyone cannot do what I did, picking up yourself, your life, and relocating somewhere takes a lot of planning, takes a lot of logistics goes into it. But the fact is that you can do it. The opportunity for you to do it is there. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let people stop you, because people will project their fears onto you. Do what your heart feels is right. Do what you feel and know is right for you. Take a trip, maybe spend a month, no less than a month. Stay in an Airbnb, immerse yourself into the culture, be amongst the locals, go grocery shopping, take the public transit, go out to the restaurants and see how you feel, because vacation Punta Cana and living in Punta Cana are two different experiences. So this is what I did last year. I lived here for a month, and after that month, I wanted to see if I still felt the same way. Do I still want to consider Punta Cana? And I felt the exact same way. Nothing changed. And of course, one thing I want to touch on is people ask, why not Jamaica? I looked into Jamaica as an option as well. I even looked into Belize as an opportunity, because Belize, they speak multiple languages there. So there isn't that language barrier. But I've visited Punta Cana, and every time I've came here, I just felt so good. I felt happy. Something in my spirit just made me feel alive and made me feel so happy. And I decided that, you know what? This is a place I'm gonna start it here and see. This is not the be all and end all. It's not the end. It's not the final, because I am a transient person. I could just get up tomorrow and be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Belize. I'm gonna try out somewhere in Asia or try out Dubai. I don't know. But for now, this is my happy place. I love it because I see where I've benefited a lot from it. My life has changed for the better. I see where opportunities have come my way. I've seen where I've met amazing people who are a benefit to me. Likewise, I am to them. I just see that God has just really been working in my life. I see that God has placed a desire in my heart to move here. I think it goes beyond me just wanting to. I feel like God placed that desire in my heart. So I say this to say, if you are in a position where you feel the way I felt and you're thinking about relocating somewhere, wherever it may be, it doesn't have to be here. It doesn't have to be the DR. It could be anywhere you're deciding to go. I would say take a trip there and live amongst the locals and see if you feel exactly the same way. And because, it's a culture shock and there's a lot of things you have to adjust to. I got to buy bottled water every couple weeks because we can't drink the water from the tap. I've acclimated to that, and it's not the worst thing. So you have to open up to just adjusting and acclimating to things. But at the end of the day, I just want to encourage you, don't let fear be a factor. If you decide that you want to move and relocate somewhere, do your research, make sure your finances are in order. And sometimes your finances may not be 100%, but just make it make sense and then take it from there. It doesn't make sense you stay in this matrix and stay in this rat race to go nowhere. It's like you're a hamster on a wheel doing the same thing every day. When's the last time you can really say that you felt truly happy and fulfilled? You get up, you go into your car, you sit in traffic, You get to work, you're in a bad mood, you work, your customers are upsetting you, and then you have to leave work, go back in the car, be in traffic again for another 1-2 hours, and then go back home, cook your dinner, you go to sleep, then you wake up and do it again. And then you get 2 days off, sometimes only one. That's not life. What kind of life is that? No. I've decided that I'm going to create the life that I desire. You have to be an architect for your life. You have to be an architect for your life. You got to create the life, design the life that you desire by the help of God. You got to design the life that you desire. Thank you, Lord. That was a download right there. You got to be an architect for your life and allow the Lord to be the head architect. Because if you go to God with your desires, God will grant you the desires of your heart according to his will. But some things he'll allow. Some things he'll allow. So I just wanted to make this impromptu video. If I missed anything, I will follow up. But I think that's it. I was just really talking off the dome and off the top of the table of my heart. And I just want to come to you guys authentically and just really address that, because a lot of people ask why. I'm from Jamaica, but Jamaica is expensive. The cost of living is really unrealistic for me. It's a little bit too rich for my budget and for my liking. And I know I have family and friends who live in Jamaica, and some live well and some just get by. I don't want to live a life where I just get by. I really want to live. I want to be able to travel often. I want to be able to do the things that I desire to do. My future self will be proud. And it's not struggling. Struggle is not stamped on my forehead. No. So you can do it. Don't deprive yourself of a great life because you're fearful. If you don't have a chick or a child, if you're in your 40s, 30s, late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, late 40s, 50s, mid 50s, late 50s, 60s, and you just want something different, go for it, man. Go for it. Go for it. Don't let life pass you by just sitting there watching other people live the life that you wish you could live. You understand? I know, I get it. I got a little bit passionate there, but I say this to say, just to encourage you. Don't let life pass you by. You have to show up for yourself and become the architect of the life that you desire. Start to design your desired life. All right? If you made it this far, if you haven't already subscribed, please join the family. It's a good time here. And please give me a thumbs up. And remember, leave me a comment because it always goes down in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Please take care, stay safe, and God bless. Bye.